Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Well, last seen somewhere, the last fish you saw was Dublin.
And if you haven't seen that video, you should go to our channel and check it out.
Yeah, and don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah, don't forget to subscribe. But today, we've got on a plane and we've flown to the beautiful tropical island of Madeira.
It's absolutely gorgeous, it really is.
It's such a lovely place. And we're going to go on a walking tour today and we're going to go and see some sights. So we're going to show you what there is to see in Funchal.
Everything you can do in a day just walking around.
So we're now at Forte de Sao Tiago. I think that's how it's pronounced. It's probably not. My Portuguese is terrible, so I apologise for that.
It's a fort that they built here during the 16th and 17th century to fight the pirates off, because this island used to be invaded by pirates all the time. And then during the 18th century, the British Army moved in here to help the Portuguese fight off Napoleon.
But you won't be able to miss the fort. It's right on the seafront and it's bright yellow. And I think now it's a restaurant, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a restaurant downstairs, yeah.
Yeah, but as you can see behind us, you can see amazing views of Funchal and the ocean.
After surviving the winds at the top of the fort, we headed in to see one of Funchal's most iconic areas.
And we even found a furry friend to show us the way. So we've come to Old Town in Funchal and we've come to a place called Rue de Santa Maria, and it's basically a street.
In 2014, the local council decided that they were going to spruce the area up because it had become a bit run down. So they hired local artists to paint all the doors.
And there's over 200 painted doors around the area and they're quite funky, very vibrant. Some of them are a bit 3D, so it's really interesting to see, and it's like an open air art gallery. As you can see, Rue de Santa Maria is a really narrow little street. It's full of bars, cafes and restaurants, and it does get very busy with tourists. And if you want to see the doors shut, so you can see the art properly, you have to get here quite early before the business is set up.
So we've just come out of the Mercado dos Lavradores. See, I'm terrible at pronouncing stuff. Mercado dos Lavradores, the market here in the town, aren't they?
But it's a big indoor market in the centre of Funchal, and it's a pretty old market. It was built in 1940, but it's quite pretty, it's nice inside.
It was really pretty inside. There were flower sellers and there was a big fish section as well, wasn't there?
Yeah.
And fruit. Yeah, it was nice inside.
Yeah, and it does get quite busy in there, but it's something good to see.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
After completely messing up the name of the market, I couldn't believe Dorinda was going to trust me to say the name of our next destination, but I thought it'd be okay because it was all in English.
But somehow Matthew managed to mess up that as well.
So the next stop today on our walking tour of Funchal is the Cathedral of the Lady of Assumption.
Yeah, and it's a Catholic cathedral here in the centre of Funchal. It was built in the late 15th century, and yeah, we've just been inside, haven't we?
Yeah, it was beautiful inside, so elaborate and detailed, it was gorgeous.
It was, yeah, because I said to Matthew before we went in, the outside was quite plain, but when you go inside, it was really, really pretty in there.
And outside the cathedral, they've got a statue of John Paul II, the Pope, because he visited Funchal and visited this cathedral one time.
Yeah, in 1991 it was.
Yeah, so they put the statue to commemorate it, didn't they? So we've stopped for a spot of lunch and I'm having a local beer here, which is Cathdral. I really like it. It's a lovely beer, it really is. But I'm going to have what I've enjoyed so much since I've been here, and it's Bolo de caco, or prego, the sandwich is called, and it's made from the traditional bread. And it's got garlic butter in it and steak. It is absolutely amazing. I've been here 3 days and this is my third one. That's absolutely delicious.
So I've got the same, I've got a prego, but mine's a ham, cheese and salad one. So the inside's delicious, it's really got loads of filling in it. I'll try it now.
After a quick stop for the obligatory stand by the Madeira sign and have your photograph taken, we headed off to our next destination.
So now we're at Funchal's Municipal Square, and it's got sort of 3 quite grand buildings on it. One being a Jesuit church, one being an arts museum, I think is what it is, and it's where the town hall is as well.
We've just been inside the town hall. There's not a lot in there, but there's a really nice courtyard with a fountain in the middle. I thought it was lovely.
It's absolutely beautiful in there,
Yeah.
it really is, yeah, really
And
lovely.
it's really black and white round here, and the buildings are black and white, and so's the floor. And the floor's been tiled to look like the sea. But walking around Funchal, all the pavements are tiled fantastically. It looks lovely, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it's one thing we noticed when we first come here is how beautiful everything looks, because it's so clean, and like Matthew said, the tiles on the floors are really, really unique.
It's a pretty city, it really is.
You never know what you're going to come across when you're walking around a city, and this was quite a strange one. So we've just come out of a really quirky shop here in Funchal. It sold different varieties of tinned fish, believe it or not.
Yeah, that's all they had in there.
And it was, the prices, and they ranged from €5 to €31 for a tin of sardines.
31, I would pay that.
But they were all sort of different recipes, and one side was like different years, I suppose. They were vintage sardines, if there's such a thing.
But they had barcodes on the tin, so I don't think they were.
bit different, I suppose.
So we've stopped at Red Poncha here in Funchal, and Poncha's a really traditional drink here on the island. We haven't had it yet, it's supposed to be really nice. So I've gone for the regional one, and that's made with orange, lemon and sugarcane rum. And it's a real traditional drink here that the fishermen used to drink years ago. Jesus, that's strong. It's nice and lemony and it's really tart. Oh my god, that's strong. Another drink that originates here from Madeira is a nikkita, and this is a really strange one. It's ice cream and pineapple, but they've got beer in it, and I've never had a cocktail with beer in it before. Oh, that's nice, really nice, really pineapple-y, and a lot smoother than the punch I just had.
Right, so I've also gone for nikkita. I'm not sure if I'm going to like it or not. I like all the ingredients, but I don't know if I like them all in one glass, so this is what I go. That's really nice. That's lovely. That's not like drinking a drink, that's like, it's like having an alcoholic thick shake. It's really nice.
So we just finished our ponchas. They were excellent.
They were really nice, especially the nikkita. The nikkita was lovely.
Yeah, beautiful. It's one of the highest rated places on TripAdvisor that you can get poncha on the island. It's supposed to be one of the best, isn't it?
Yeah. And they're really friendly there, aren't they?
Yeah, they were really friendly.
This was the only thing in our video which you had to pay for, as the CR7 Museum isn't strictly free, but you can come and see the statue outside for free. So the last stop on our tour today is the CR7 Museum, and it's basically a museum to Madeira's favourite son, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, because he was born on the island, wasn't he?
He was, yeah.
Yeah, and inside there's replicas of over 130 trophies that he's won as a player and as an individual, including his Best Player in the World award. So yeah, if you like Cristiano Ronaldo, there's a museum dedicated just solely to him, which I've never seen before in my life.
And I think it's €5 per person to get in, so
Yeah,
it's
€5.
a pretty reasonable price, so yeah.
So if you're a fan of Ronaldo, you've got somewhere to go. So we've just got back after what was a very full day on Funchal. I really enjoyed myself.
Yeah, it was a really long day, but we saw loads. It was excellent. Funchal's lovely.
It is. It's such a pretty city, isn't
Yeah.
it? It's beautiful.
And everything we saw today, we saw on foot, so it's very accessible.
Yeah, it was accessible because we started at the fort and we ended at the Ronaldo Museum, and they really are one end of the bay to the other away from each other.
Yeah.
And I think it's about a 30-minute walk.
About 30 minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
So really good.
Yeah, it was good. This is the first of our videos here in Madeira. We're here for quite a while.
Yeah.
So why not subscribe and watch all our Madeira videos?